So we crash out of the Champions League, but that's okay because we're still top of the league with only 5 games to go. By the way, the club are now super rich, £70 million in profit. So we're in the back end of the season now. Do you know, someone asked me about training and how I've gone about training this season. And the truth is, I've gone about training this season the same way I've gone about it for the previous 11 seasons. I haven't touched it. Nope, it's not something I enjoy. I don't like doing it, and I don't really feel like it makes a big difference. A lot of people do train and swear by it and say it works. Fair play to them, it's just not something I enjoy, so I just leave it alone and let my assistant do it. But what I do is I do individual training, such as here for the defensive midfielder. I make sure he's training the position that he's playing in and any key areas that he could do with improving. You can see here, I'm working on his defensive positioning. So every player I do this for, I just don't bother with the overall team training. Saying that, I do come to this screen quite a lot, the coach responsibilities, just to make sure that the coaches are doing the right thing. So they're coaching their specialist areas and to make sure that the coach workload stays reasonable, average or light and doesn't get too heavy. Now we're doing really well at the minute, keeping up this momentum. We're on a good run of results, 2 4-goal wins in a row recently. There's the fixture list. In fact, if I take away the other competitions, you can see there we've won 7 in a row. So the pressure's on, but the boys are responding really well. We have a chance to do the unthinkable here. We're top of the league. Now, the 2 teams involved with us is Benfica and Sporting. But Benfica have slipped a little bit. They're on 67 points. And that's big news because if you look above my head there at the past winners, they've won it 5 years in a row. In fact, when you look at the past winners, you can see there's that Benfica streak of 5 in a row, only broken up by Porto. And these 2 teams share all the league titles other than one by Sporting since 2002-03 season. That is nuts. Speaking of Porto, they're sick of being in our shadow and getting battered by us. They've sacked their manager, André Villas-Boas. And we continue to grow. I've now left the youth facilities alone because they're great and we're moving on to the training facilities and they're getting upgraded too. As we get bigger and better, tough decisions need to be made. We've got decent youth facilities now. Our youth intakes should be better than this. So, I need to take a bit of heart out of this decision, but Z Valente is my head of youth development. I purely gave him the job because he's a club legend. But as you can see by his managerial attributes and his coaching attributes, he's not very good. Now, he's out of contract at the end of the season. Z Valente, you're a club legend. I absolutely love you. But there's no room for sentiment in this world. Here's 30 grand. Go and buy yourself a car. You're out. We replace Z Valente with Jorginho, formerly of Chelsea, Arsenal, Napoli. He's our new head of youth development, and I quite like the way he looks. And working with youngsters, he's 17. Much better. He's an upgrade. So with Benfica kind of out of it, Sporting were our main rivals, and they went to Boa Vista and lost. This could be a huge result for us. At the same time as that goal went in, we were 1-1 at 90 minutes until this happened. Yeah, that huge header from Gustavo in the 91st minute gave us the 2-1 win. That means now with 3 games to go, we are 6 points clear. And you could say our run-in is quite interesting. Porto away, our local rivals, and then Sporting at home. We have a chance here to do something pretty special. We're in the final as well of the Taça de Portugal, where ironically we play Sporting. We're on for a treble. This is nuts. So we could either win the league now at Porto in their stadium. Failing that, if we beat Sporting, we can win the league that way. Or it can all go wrong and we can lose both and bottle it. So we both had tough games. This is Sporting at home to Benfica. 42 minutes gone, Benfica take the lead. However, Sporting go up the other end after 46 minutes and equalise. That's 1-1 at half-time. Meanwhile, at Porto, we've started really well, and on the 16th minute, Silva finds our boy Gustavo and he puts us in the lead. But title celebrations were put on hold because Sporting took the lead against Benfica in the 48th minute. After 60 minutes, things got a bit funky though. Castillo fouled Zupac in the box. A penalty was given, and then he gave Castillo a second yellow card. Benfica scored the penalty. It's 2-2 in that one. That meant if we could hold on to this win, we would win the league in our rival's backyard. What? What has Gustavo Ferreira just done? That stunning overhead kick means we dominate Porto and somehow, somewhere, we have won the league title. If the Guard of Honour wasn't bad enough, we then absolutely smashed them at home. Taking a break from this potential treble, I gave Memphis Depay a job as a coach. So into the final with a chance for the treble. Let's take a look at this goal. I'm going to try and count these passes, by the way, because this goal is outrageous. $15, beautiful. However, Sporting came right back into it. But the boys are thirsty for a treble. Look at that, a big loop over the top. Keeper misjudges it. Gustavo yet again with 2-1 up. It's the 92nd minute. We're just about to lift this treble. Deflected 2-2. Into extra time. It's the 98th minute. My boys are on their last legs here and Sporting break through. And they get it. That close to a domestic treble, but we've got to be happy with a double and that unexpected league title win. Let's have a little look at it in a bit more detail. It's quite stunning, you know. So there we are, 34 matches. We won 28, drawn 4, lost only twice. We score 84 times and only concede 22. Best team in the league by a mile. And Benfica, who won the league 5 times in a row, finished down in 3rd. But even better, friends, FC Porto finish in 7th. They have sunk without a trace. This is our city. This would be a great way to end this save. But we can't do that just yet, can we? Now, big thanks to this tactic. I have not changed it at all. We did talk about using this one a little bit, but I have not even needed to touch it. It's all been this one with those same set opposition instructions that I showed you a few videos back. That team, beautiful. Believe it or not, I do think it can be improved for next season. Gilmore's already leaving us. He's 33 now. He's on his way to Turkey for a bit of a last-ditch career move there, so we'll need someone in there. And the big worry we've got is down the left-hand side. So we've got him on loan, but it's about to run out. And the only problem is the future fee that they offered us, it's 49 million. We can't afford 49 million. So the only options left for us are to attempt to get him on loan again and hopefully knock that price down a bit, or somehow, somewhere, find someone who is at least nearly as good as him, because he's been superb all season. But we have started planning for next season. You can see we've got 5 moves in the works there, 2 confirmed, 3 nearly there. They're all contracts, so it's all going to be free transfers, free from the Premier League. These are good players that will should rip Portugal up. So we'll see. I mean, what's next for this club? What's next?